Hi guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Kewe. You can call me Keweezy, the queen of analysis for every situation. And of course, your number one Bollywood vlogger. It's not just Bollywood self, any wood. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I'm kind of like into the Bollywood story. So let me just tend towards that towards that corner for the purpose of this conversation. So today I'm going to be talking about Imlie. Imlie is a program. It's been airing, I think it's already about a month now, more than a month maybe. It's a program on Star Life 167 on DSTV, and the name of the movie or the series is called Imlie. Now, for those of you who are already watching Imlie, I'm sure you guys are feeling it. Like, Imlie is different from the usual or from the normal Bollywood soap opera. Like, the storyline is kind of like different. For me, I don't know what you guys think. For me, I think the storyline is unique and it's different from the regular, Bollywood soaps. So yeah, that's what Imlie is about. For those of you who are already watching, like I said before, it's nice. You're enjoying it. You're feeling it the way I'm feeling it. But for the benefit of those who have not yet seen Imlie, I'll just give you guys a rundown of what the program is about. Yeah. So if you've been watching Imlie already, you already know the story, but that doesn't mean you should just sign out now. No, hang around. You might learn a thing or two about Imlie while you listen. Now, once again, please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please, darlings, this is the time for you to do so. Please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and of course, if you like it, you can share with your friends, so that they can also be feeling what we're feeling when we're watching, our Bollywood series. Okay, so Imlie is a story about a young girl from a village called Pangdandia. Now, Imlie is young. She's just out of school. I think she's about maybe 18 or 19 years of age. And she lives in a village. She comes from a very poor background, and that kind of village setting now. So, Imlie is the main character in this soap. There's also some guy called Aditya. Aditya is a reporter who lives in the city, but he's a very big reporter, and he goes after cases where, he does those kinds of hard, tough cases where they're dangerous. You're dealing with dangerous criminals and all of that, but you want to cover the story. That is who Aditya is. Now, Aditya goes to Pangdandia, where Imlie lives, to cover a story. Now, the person who he was supposed to cover in that story, his name is Satyakam. Satyakam is a nice guy. He's a good person. But there's some misunderstanding between him and then the police in the city. They feel like he's a terrorist and all of that. So Aditya actually went to Pangdandia to see Satyakam, cover the story, and change that impression that people have about him. Unfortunately, while he was there, he met Imlie. They didn't even get along good. Like, they got off on the wrong foot and all of that, And then something happened one night. It rained heavily, and Imlie was stuck with Mr. Aditya. I think she was taking him somewhere or something like that. So they were together in a room, but they were just there. It's not like anything happened there, but it was raining heavily and they couldn't go into the room. So they had to stay. When it's raining now, imagine if it's raining cats and dogs and it's already dark at night and you're somewhere. You might just likely have to stay there. It's a village, so they couldn't really come out. So that was where they stayed till morning. So Imlie's grandma, who doesn't like Imlie, and is upset that Imlie's mother had her out of wedlock. So she's a villain in this, in this series. That's Imlie's grandma, because Imlie doesn't know who her father is. Her mom is just had her, We'll get to that point, Sha. So she was the one. It was Imlie's grandma who came in the morning and saw them there and reported to the village, to the villagers, that look at what has happened and all that. So they forced Mr. Aditya, the reporter from the city, to get married to Imlie that day. Now, coincidentally, Mr. Aditya already had somebody who he was supposed to get married to in the city, and her name is Malini. That is his girlfriend. They've been dating for a long time, and they were supposed to even have their introduction, but he just quickly came to, I told you now, he's a gingered reporter. He just quickly came to Pangdandia to cover that story and would go back, to have his wedding and all. But as he got to Pangdandia now, they forced him to marry Imlie that day. So Imlie now became his wife, and he had to take Imlie with him to the city. Now, when Imlie now followed him and they went to the city, but he already has somebody he wants to get married to. They were already preparing. Everybody was waiting. They bought their clothes and all that. So he couldn't now tell them that Imlie is not Imlie, he couldn't tell him that I've gotten married to somebody. He had to like hide it. So Imlie followed him to the city as a maid. So Imlie came to their house and was living with them and working with them as a housemaid. However, all the people in Pagdandia village were all excited and happy. Imlie is now married. She's living in the city. Her mom was happy. Everyone was happy. But they didn't know that while she was in the city, she was working as a maid. Now, let's talk about Malini, who is supposed to be Aditya's first wife. Now, when they got to the city, Malini and Aditya actually got married, and to Imlie's disappointment, she had to work as a maid, serve them and all that. But Malini was such a sweet soul. She loved Imlie, and every other person in Aditya's family loved Imlie as well. But to cut the long story short, there's a complication here. Now, the complication is that Malini's father is actually Imlie's father as well. Because Imlie's father is like history is repeating itself again. Because Imlie's father went to Pagdandia many years ago. I don't know what he was doing there, but he was, painting and all that, taking pictures. I don't know if he was a reporter, but I know he's a painter. He fell in love with Imlie's mom, and then that was when Imlie's mom had Imlie. But he did not stay in Pagdandia. He left and went back to the city and forgot about Imlie's mother and married somebody else. And so Malini is his daughter. So Imlie and Malini are actually siblings, and now they are married to one husband. So that is where we are in this movie right now. But what I really want to talk about, that is even my pain, is for those of you who have been watching the story, Malini is such a nice person. She's a nice soul. She's a good person. Now, Aditya has finally fallen in love with Imlie. He didn't like Imlie before. He was always maltreating her, and all that. But all of a sudden, he now loves Imlie, and he's now loving her, to me, in a negative way. I mean, Malini has not done anything wrong. What was her mistake? Let's really analyze the story. What was Malini's mistake? She didn't do anything wrong. That's rightfully her husband. She met him before Imlie, and they were supposed to get married. You understand? But the way things are going now, the way Mr. Aditya is behaving towards Malini, I don't like it. The way Imlie is even behaving too, I don't like it. If you guys watched the episode of yesterday, when Mr. Aditya didn't want to take his drugs, and then Malini gave him her drugs, he didn't take it. But when Imlie came, he took the drugs from Imlie. And then she was upset, and that's when she screamed at Imlie and was like, why are you in our room when you don't come in between a husband and a wife? Because really, when she saw what was going on, Imlie was supposed to leave the room. So now I'm looking like, who is the villain in this series actually? Is it Mr. Aditya and Imlie, or is it Malini? Because it's looking like Malini, who is supposed to be a sweet soul, even though her mom had always said Aditya is bad, Aditya is this, she never listened to him. And it's like what her mom has been saying is actually playing out in reality right now. So when I watch it, I have I'm torn between two worlds. I know Imlie is not a bad person. However, I feel like she's ruining somebody's marriage, because they were there before you. You said you were going to leave, so why did you not leave? And then they put vermilion on your head, and you're happy about the vermilion that's on your head and all that. Then on to Mr. Aditya too. Why didn't you just come out and say the truth? Because we all know that the truth will set you free. It might cause a very big commotion, but it will still save you a world of trouble and problem and issues. So my question to all of you today is, what do you think about the Imlie, Malini and Aditya situation? Do you think Aditya is supposed to come out and say the truth, or do you think it's okay that he's keeping it to himself? That's one. Now, do you think Imlie is still supposed to even be living in that house at this point, and knowing fully well that she's a barrier and she's causing some kind of confusion and strife between Aditya and Malini? Because trust me, if she goes to another state or something and she's not there, I feel like they can work things out in some type of way. So that's where we are in this movie. So what do you guys think about this new series that's airing on Star Life, Imlie? Tell me what your thoughts are, and I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. Remember to like this video, share and comment, and subscribe as well. Tell your friends, all of you, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for listening. I'll be waiting in the comment section to hear what you guys think about the new program on Star Life called Imlie. Till I see you guys again, my name is Kewizi, aka the Queen of Analysis. Ciao, ciao.